Hello there, beautiful Leo energies, and welcome back to my tarot nut. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am glad to be back for a little bit, and then I'm probably going to be taking 2 weeks off, and then I'll be back regularly, I guess. I am in the middle of a move that's kind of been on hold, so we're stuck in two places. It's just been weird. So I just wanted to pop in, see how Leo's doing, check in with you, see what's going to be coming your way for you here in life and love, what messages, what lessons you need to be paying attention to, learning what you might be going through, okay? So for those of you that are new, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. I do variety style readings. Hit the notification bell for weekly uploads. I am setting up a website. I have Twitter or X, and I'm also on TikTok, but I really mainly post on YouTube. I like this platform a lot. I'm comfortable using this platform, so that's where it's at. But overall, Leo, this is going to be a general reading for Leo. Excuse me. Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising signs. So, because it's general, it could apply to you, or none of it might. And if that's the case, feel free to check your other placements. All right, not every specific thing is going to be about you and your situation. So use discernment, listen to what's coming up in the cards, and take what you want and let go of the rest. All right. So Leo, the first thing I'm going to do here is pull a Soul's Journey card for you. This is a lesson-based card. It could be about anything. It could be what you need to know, what you are doing, how people see you. And there's going to be a lesson in that overall that you're actually being called to pay attention to. Okay, so the card I'm going to have here is indecision. All right, I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. So if you're using your intuition here, it does feel like, you might actually not be using it to make decisions that are important for you, important for your well-being, important for your growth. It could be about letting go something, moving from something, changing something, updating something, revisiting something. It could be anything. But it just feels like you have your stuff together, you got your shit together here, Leo, but you're undecided right now about what you want to do or what might be happening next. Now, some of you, it could just be a matter of courage. Okay, so Leo, obviously a lion. 1 second. All right, I had to cough. Obviously, the lion is, strong and not just strong, but confident. But every person has a journey, and it doesn't necessarily always start with the confidence. It could start, it could go away, it could come back. So I feel like the biggest thing here is having like the courage to stand up and make decisions that actually are good for you. Okay, good for your life purpose, good for where you want to, where you're taking yourself in this journey right now. All right, so let's get some romance message for you from your romance angels. What is the message for Leo? Deception. Okay, so someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Okay, so again, it does feel like something here needs to be decided. Some of you, you might feel like this is a soulmate situation. Some of you are calling in your soulmate. You're undecided about quite a bit of stuff, but there's deceptive energies around you as well, Yeah, it does seem, that somebody here is not bringing their true self. Sometimes it could just be you, and maybe the deception is, be your true self, be your honest self. That way you're not putting yourself in a place, predicaments, or tight spots that you can't get out of. Obviously life is about discovery, and this is not meant to be a life reading. This is just, the way the cards are jumping at me. It just feels like, look, everybody is just wearing masks. Okay, so what's the truth here? What is it that's to be desired? What are we wanting to change, make different? I mean, the change and the courage to me seem like the second layer of what's going on with indecision and deception. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else we got going for my beautiful Leos. Sometimes I just want to keep shuffling. That's all. Maybe I should just do videos where I just shuffle. All right. So we have irreplaceable. All right. The way you love can never be matched. Somebody's missing somebody here. Somebody feels like their other half is where it's at, for them right now. I did mention earlier, some of you could be on some type of a soul journey, calling your soulmate. You could be in a soulmate connection that's not online right now. There could be some deceptive experience have happened for you. But you're not necessarily, I feel like truly, if I'm going to speak to how this card is talking to me, Both of you are still thinking about each other in a way where nobody has been able to replace your person. They haven't been able to replace you. Okay, so so you haven't been able, you're somebody here is undecided what they want to do. All right, so just use your intuition here, okay, in all aspects of your life, not just where you're feeling like something bad's gonna happen. You have sabotage. I messed up the good things in my life. Sometimes, you know, sometimes this feels like there's a breakup here. Something broke off on a deceptive scale. But there could have been some self-sabotaging. Yeah, we'll pull more cards. We'll see what else is coming up. But I still feel because of this card, you're both here in the same energy of sabotage. So you could have both, rookie mistakes, something new and different, holding back. I should have expressed myself better. Yeah, this is an indecision on just how to use your intuition next. I feel like you're wanting to do something, you're wanting to take a step, you're wanting to take a move, and you're just really undecided which way to go. But I do feel like for some of you, um, you know, this energy that you're dealing with sometimes can hold you back, okay? So they can hold you back from being yourself, not necessarily controlling, but they can just hold you back because there could be a misalignment, like not you guys don't have everything in common, something like that. All right, there's honesty and deception, y'all. Okay, so by lying, I ripped us apart. I do feel, again, this is somebody that is definitely thinking about you equally. I do feel like you're both unable to get over each other deep down. Like, what it doesn't matter what you're telling people, what you think, but within the core, it's just you guys are still, connected at some level. I mean, there's a new chapter here. Just looking to make sure. Okay. It's just a sense of unworthiness here. We need to get a, soul tie, the third party. So there could have been some type of a deception here, some type of third party interference. Third party doesn't necessarily have to be cheating right away or cheating at all. It could just be family, friends, kids, karma, karmic work, socializing, friends. It could be anything. So I do feel like a new chapter is kind of coming through. But there's somebody's feeling overwhelmed right now. Somebody's drained, like wherever y'all used to be able to fill each other's buckets, like that comfort is just not there. And it's a little tough right now, it feels like, for the both of you. Just in life and just how you're feeling towards one another, okay? So let's see what other oracles show for you here. All right, so we have intuition. Wow, Leo, if you're still here, you gotta like this video. You gotta like it or type intuition. I'm gonna know exactly what your intuition here. You really need to trust it. You need to work with it. You need to allow yourself to guide yourself in a very positive, healthy way. Okay, you're a very, very intuitive person. I feel like the universe is also trying to tell you you're on the soul journey path, and this is a soul journey card. And the lesson here is to work with your intuition and listen to it. Okay, maybe you're not. Maybe you're indecisive because you're not tuning in. Maybe you actually really have to figure out how to do it if you're not, and do it. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know. But work with it, okay? Anxiety. We're talking about overwhelmed anxiety. So we have stress, depression, panic attacks, and restlessness. I do feel like there's stress, anxiety more like within just the sabotage, what ifs, the concerns of what if I did something different? What if, I didn't say this or say that? This is again about the both of you right now. I'm really pulling in that it's the two of you in that space. And something was good and comfy here, but somebody wasn't necessarily being happy or like living their life in a way where they could be honest about everything. So I feel like the anxiety also kind of talks about it in the sense of sometimes just not knowing, all right? So or feeling like unworthy, okay, which nobody hopefully should ever feel in that sense, but I understand what the card means. It just makes you put you on a different level, and it makes you wonder, that's okay. That's okay. That's the lesson. I always feel like I want to start saying that's okay, in 2024. I really do. I am, for myself and for those around. That's okay, because there's multiple other ways we can achieve something. Okay, let's think on that. Okay. Hook up. Okay. So again, I feel like for a lot of you, you could be kind of, if you're separated from this energy, because it does feel like, you're pulling away from someone or away from someone that's irreplaceable. I do feel like, you're both doing your thing. I do sincerely feel like there's an energy around you and them that, can put out some like, vibes that they're interested, and stuff like that. But I feel like for a lot of you, you're not looking for a hookup, is what I'm also trying to get at. I feel like, you're more like you're looking for something meaningful, and maybe the people that are around you are more interested in the hookup. Look, and then a third party showing up again. All right. So, again, we talked about the third party. I mentioned it earlier. So it could just be the sense of distractions, lots and lots and lots of distractions. I feel like the missing D here is distraction, dishonesty, deception, and distraction. But there's an interference here. Somebody's making, the situation very competitive. And I do feel like that's kind of putting you in a place in an indecisive state here of what you'd like to do versus what you need to do. Okay. Now at the bottom of the deck, we have the grass is greener. So we have jealousy, better options, unhappy, deserve better. So Leo, it does feel like for a lot of you, there could be lingering jealousy, and this is just not you. It's more of a two-way thing. But I feel like you're both trying to believe that there's better options out there, but I don't feel like that's where it's at, because unhappy is coming in. I don't feel like you guys are happy. Reconciliation wants to show up. All right, and it's about the truth. It's about being honest. Look, and we have soulmate again. So I'm telling you what, we have soulmate here 3 times. So if you want to type soulmate, I will show you the third one. You're calling in your soulmate, okay? So the soulmate thing is no joke. Reconciliation is around the corner here. And I feel like, yeah, right now the situation has been ghosted. It has been toxic, or it ended on a toxic level. But the grass is greener is not putting you or them in a happy place. I don't necessarily think so. But that's part of the discovery. That's part of the journey. That's part of the soul separating and soul connecting again. It is what it is, right? So I know I try not to be too messy with my cards, so I definitely have to fix them. Sometimes I just want to be a rebel and just like deliberately just put things in like their own way, just pile them up, and I'm like, I just can't. I can't. I don't know if this is about you guys or if it's all about me here, but I like things neat. All right. Well, I'm gonna pull a five card deck here, reading for you. We'll check in and see how the vibes are overall with what's around you, what some challenges are, what we need to look forward to, and how things may change. All right. So let's see, Leo. All right. The devil. Okay. Wow. Interesting. This is a Capricorn energy. Obviously, we also have the Eight of Cups in reverse, and that's Pisces energy. I'm I can't even begin. I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking right now. These are already both Saturn based cards, so we'll talk about Saturn here in a minute. But we also have the Page of Wands. All right, so with the Page of Wands, we are looking at Leo energy. Okay, Leo energy, but also we have Virgo, Cancer around it. The Strength card, we talked about this way at the beginning. You're showing up here, Leo. Okay, Leo, you're showing up in the reverse. We do have 2 8s, okay? And then we also have the Fool in reverse. So 3 major arcanas and a 5-card spread. All right, and we also have the 8 of Wands. So now we have 3 8s. Okay, lots of things that are going to be happening in a very fast manner, super fast. But change within. We talked about change. We also talked about courage earlier. So like just the next step is going to be dependent on how things are handled and received. So the overall energy right now, the 8 is in the reverse. All right. Well, 8 of Wands. And yes, it's a Sagittarius card, Sagittarius energy, Sagittarius elements, but there is just panic. Anxiety and panic. Somebody's waiting. There's obstacles. Somebody needs to be patient. Stuff has completely come to a halt. You're not hearing from them. They're not talking. You're not posting. They're not finding you. So whatever it is going on, there's just a lot of pullback, okay? And believe it or not, my friends, you can look it up. The 8 of Wands in the reverse can sometimes imply indecision. All right, and what did we talk about here? We talked about indecision. That's why I say stay till the end. Not everything is going to connect sometimes, but when the message is there, it's there. So there's a strong sense of indecision here popping through. All right, and communication is slow. All right, now normally it'll be fast, but communication is slow. It's slow because there's somebody here that potentially is being like lacking flexibility. Somebody's not wanting to budge. Somebody's just kind of being stuck and not. Honestly, somebody's just like off right now. They're just, the off button is on, and I don't even think it may have much to do with you directly, but there might be an off button with this energy, okay? Now we talked about these two cards being Saturn cards. Okay, sure. So yeah, I mean, the Devil card can come in a little strong in the upright, because there's just, sometimes it can be about habits. It could be about behaviors. Sometimes, yeah, there's cheating, and of course there could be, you know, secrets being kept. But ultimately here, we're looking at a situation that felt very hopeless, all right? There could have been some type of violent experiences between the both of you. It doesn't have to be physical, but it could just be like arguing, just getting obnoxious, getting loud. Things always felt like they were challenging, and it just felt like cycles would just repeat themselves, like no real change would happen. Just stuff would stop and then repeat itself. And so, you know, I feel like when I talked about this being a Saturn card, it just comes across difficult to see eye to eye. All right, difficult to see eye to eye, having a hard time seeing things at your level or their level. Like you're just both resisting, both being stubborn. And then we look at the Eight of Cups in the reverse. This is a Pisces energy. This is somebody that walked away, or, you know, at this current time, there's the walk away happened because somebody just did not want to answer to the consequences of their actions. So rather than maybe fix something or address something or adjust something, they could have, somebody was just probably tired and walked away. I do feel like, again, there's a lot of avoidance, avoiding change, not seeing eye to eye, not willing to see eye to eye, resisting it, okay? And in the, you know, sometimes it comes across as somebody here is just like lacking, like there's a lack of goals. So the connection, the situation with this energy may have lacked like realistic, you know, not rules, goals, like life goals, fun goals. Okay, now the Page of Wands here in the reverse or in the upright is in the center. Like I said, this was a Leo energy, and I'm looking at this as somebody here that is a free spirit right now. I feel like that's you. I feel like you're coming through, you're strong, you're doing well overall. It's all about the truth. It's all about the truth being revealed. I don't know, truth. This is, you're inspecting, you're analyzing, you're thinking, you're being picky, you're being meticulous, you're learning, you're figuring it out, you're trying to understand something, and you want to make sure that what you're understanding is like valid. Okay, I do feel like for a lot of you, you're in a place where you know, you're feeling a little impulsive. Sure, or it could be, you know, you could be in an impulsive state, but you're just kind of constantly going back and wondering about the deceptiveness of things. So, because this card can imply that there's worries due to deception, worries due to like lacking honesty. So you're looking at things for in a way to be very revealing. You're wanting to be surrounded around truth, or the concept of being a truthful person. Like there's something about you and the truth here, and I totally understand how it works, but I'm having a hard time explaining it. I feel like the best way I can say this is to kind of look at things with a different perspective. So rather than thinking the way you want to think to find the truth, think it from somebody else's perspective. And that's why I feel like the Virgo energy pops up with that, because there's a lot of analysis and scrutinizing. Now you're taking your time, but again, it does feel like some type of communication may be sparked. You might actually reach out. You may want to fix something. They may actually communicate or just check on you, see how you're doing. So it does feel like things are just kind of being very carefully thought through in terms of love and romance. But action here is also a part of the one's suit. And so somebody wants to take action towards something. In the beginning, you know, it feels a little delayed. All right, patience is necessary. Now, in terms of looking forward, Leo, you're showing up with a strength card. I feel like the biggest thing here could be, at this time, maybe the self-esteem. Especially if some of you have been hurt or felt deceived or lied to. You're not going to necessarily, you might feel strong, but the esteem aspect of things with this specific energy can always come back to haunt you or to affect you. So it depends on how emotionally tuned in you are with this energy. But, you know, ultimately here, I feel like, you know, you're just kind of need to focus on not letting anxiety get in the way of things, okay? Because anxiety now is showing up like 3 different times, and I'm not okay with that. Because, you know, I feel like maybe you're holding yourself back when that happens. All right. I feel like if you're looking for the truth, especially with this energy, it could just be as simple as, you know, accepting the truth that they gave you and moving on from it, especially if you're trying to move on and like go back to your own, like get over this energy. I don't think you're not, if you are. So the Fool here is in reverse, air energy here, Aquarius card. It's just there's just a lot of unpredictableness going on. This energy here, you and them, you're trying to start your footing, take off, do your own thing on your own, but things are just not perfect. In the sense that, again, I feel like you just keep missing this person more than anything else. And because of that, I feel like, this is somebody here. For a lot of you, if you're trying to take like a new step or new journey with this person, especially if you're trying to decide if you want to reach out and make an offer of some sort, I don't know, something like that. Remember that this person may have led you to believe something was serious when it was not. Okay, because the Fool can act in very reckless ways. They don't even know where they're going, where they're coming. All right, and I feel like for a lot of you, loyalty is super important. I feel like you've been loyal, you've been a good person. It's just that things have not necessarily aligned for the both of you at this time. So there's just a lot. I feel like the biggest thing here is, work with your anxiety for your own good, of course. And just I'll leave it at that because I'm not trying to give you advice or tell you what to do, but if I was. All right, beautiful Leo. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know what your thoughts are, how you're doing, where things are with you. If you haven't, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to pull a final word for you here, and the word is truth. Wow. We have truth. We have soulmates showed up 3 times, third parties. We have indecisions showing up twice. We have intuition twice. Pay attention. Yes, I have to say it that way. Pay attention, Leo. So you can type the word truth here to claim this reading, to claim our conversation, to let me know you stayed with me till the very end, however you want it. Your message is speak from your heart. It is the only thing worth listening to. All right, Leo, I will see you in the next one. Love you. Bye.